Well, let's do a little bit of unscheduled releasing, I guess, or video. I just finished tweaking some of my M1As, and I just want to share with y'all because I was like, you know what? When it comes to Shtf, when it comes to a tool that you can throw in the back of the truck, that you can just carry around, it's just a chunk of metal. It is hard to beat an M1A. I know a lot of folks are gonna get triggered. It's okay if you don't like it. It's okay. You have your way of seeing things, and I have my way of seeing things. It is what it is. It's like Glock versus 1911. I own Glocks. I carry a Glock. I like 1911 better. There you go. Is that enough trigger? Well, same thing with the whole AR-15, AR-10s, and M1As. I own AR-15. I own AR-10s. I like M1A better. Plain and simple. Same concept with the Mini 14. I like the Mini 14 better. Just my preference. So, that being said, I want to touch on that because they are not cheap. So if you're thinking about getting an M1A, and by the way, this is the tanker. The furniture is different. I changed the furniture. They come with a beautiful walnut stock. Beautiful. But for my purposes, I need synthetic because here it rains, it snows, it's just the weather is just all over the place. So I need a synthetic for this one. So I had a synthetic furniture. And we're going to be talking about that. I think, for pretty and whatnot, go with wood. For utility and weather resistance, just go with synthetic. And it weighs less. That's something, too, that we should be talking about it because it's the biggest deterrent that I see people when it comes to M1As. Usually everybody's like, oh, my God, they weigh a ton. No, they don't weigh a ton. They weigh exactly 10 pounds. Almost 10 and a half. And that is how you see it right now. So, are they heavy? Well, they're not the lightest. They're not the lightest, but take, for example, I took out the Savage, the Scout. The Savage Scout is 9.5 pounds. So, it's like, okay. Well, I know this Savage is not the lightest. I mean, for being a Scout, it's not the lightest. But just giving you a comparison, I'm not going to take out more and weigh it. I mean, if you can carry 10.5 pounds, like literally it's right here. I don't know if it's going to focus or not, but I did weigh it before the video. If you can't carry it, you know what? You got no business owning one. I mean, I'm going to be harsh in this video because, at the end of the day, you can't come and say, I want a good rifle, a rifle that is hard hitting, a rifle that is going to function, and complain at the same time that, oh, but it weighs too much. Well, grow stronger. How about that? Grow stronger. That's all I can say. Well, but when I reach 60, I won't be able. Well, are you 60 right now? I know people who are 60 years old. They're stronger than a lot of 20 years old nowadays. Just grow stronger. Now, when it comes to the M1A, folks usually say, well, the AR-15 has more aftermarket and whatnot. Well, the M1A really don't need a lot of aftermarket modifications. It's just good the way it is. It is a platform that it will perform no matter what. Let me put it like this. Let me share what I have done to mine, and you put it in the comment section below if that is enough. I changed the stock. I put a cheek riser that I can. Oh, by the way, when you put the cheek riser, make sure you put the nubs on the other side, because otherwise, when you lower it to use the iron side, those nuts are going to be digging into your chin. Don't do that. Put it on the outside like it's here. To put the cheek riser, fairly simple. Are they expensive? Absolutely not. You can find it on Amazon all day long. The stock, not that expensive either. This is not a glass bedded stock or anything like that. Even those are about $200. Oh my God, Billy, it's $200. I can't afford $200. Then you have no business owning this platform at all, because this platform is going to send you back a few $100s. They're close to $1,400. So that's the thing. You want something reliable, you want something good, you're going to have to spend the money. Here, I put in a scope mount. Not the cheap one. No, the one from Springfield. The one that you have to do with the screws and everything. Yeah, you're going to have to do that. It is custom fit to this specific rifle. That scope mount will never fit any other rifle. Period. Will never fit any other rifle. You can put in another rifle. It's not going to work good. It's not going to hold zero. It is specifically for one rifle. Yeah. Now, of course, I have a SIG scope. Not much of a big deal. You're going to spend another, I don't know, $299, $280 if you get it on special. The rings you're going to have to get as well. Other than that, magazines. No trigger job. No nothing else. It does not need it. To take it down, if you have never seen taking down an M1A, go see it. I can't show you on YouTube because YouTube has issues with that. Magazines. People often say that you cannot find aftermarket magazines. They all steel. Yes, they do come with 20 round magazine. They are steel, meaning if you run out of ammo, you can get this sucker and use it as a weapon. That's how sturdy they are. These are extras that I have. Are they cheap? No, they're not. They're about $48 a pop, but they last forever. For hunting purposes and whatnot, I like using the 10 rounders. It's just easier. It cuts the weight down. It's just easier. But they do have 20 rounds. Bigger than that, I have not seen it. Do they have, plastic ones? Yes, they do. Right here. They weigh a lot less and they cost a lot less. But me personally, I like the metal ones. But yeah, definitely you can find it. Now in comparison, this is a 20 round magazine. Oh, well, yeah, let's compare it like that. A 20 round magazine of an AR-10. This is M1A. The AR-10 is a little bigger, 20 rounds. Let me grab the metal one so you guys can see. Just saying, in comparison, 10 rounds, M1A, 10 rounds, AR-10. I'm just saying, y'all. I'm just saying. You know, when it comes to reliability, and I have said that in here in this channel several times, reliability, the M1A is superior than the AR-15. Superior. I mean, it is superior. Argue all you want, you know it's true. Now, bullets, same thing. What you rather have? A 22 caliber bullet going really fast, or a 30 caliber bullet devastating everything that comes across? Now, this is the standard 762 by 51. This is your standard 308. Now, when it comes to AR-15, and I'm going to batch on this, sometimes if it's a 223 AR-15, it will not shoot the 5.56. The other way around works, but just bear that in mind. I don't know. This will eat everything. Eat pretty much everything. It doesn't matter what it is. The other thing, Springfield has an awesome warranty. If my memory serves me right, has a lifetime warranty with the original owner. So if something goes bad, all I have to do is reach out. They have me there. My name is attached to this rifle. Warranty for life. So any repairs, well, they cover it. If I need to replace the barrel, it covers it. Did I mention that I can use iron sight with this? Yeah, the cheek riser. If you unscrew and lower it, which is really easy to do, the moment that you lower it, you can access the iron sight. So I keep it up to use the scope. But if I lower it, I now have iron sight accessibility. I don't want to batch on the AR-15. I think it's a great platform. I think it's a really light platform, but it is what it is. It is a light platform. This sucker, well, let's put it like this. You will mow a moose in half. That's it. Who commands more respect? A 30 caliber or a 22? Put it down in the comment section below. Now, if you don't have the strength to carry one, if you don't have the budget to buy one, I'm sorry to say this, and I don't want to sound rude, but that is a personal problem. That's it. SHTF, you want something that goes bam all the time. This will go bam all the time. Where the AR-15 is superior to the M1A, in some cases, is accuracy. In some cases, because I put my M1A match against any AR-15 any day of the week. But for this one, I would say the AR-10, specifically the AR-10, perhaps is a bit more accurate. I don't know. Let me know all what you think. Extra video today. I just wanted to give you my thoughts on the matter. I know it's going to rub people the wrong way. I'll leave it up to you in the comment section below whether or not you want to reply to those people who die hard AR-15. Me, I'm an M1A guy. I'm a 1911 guy. Anyway, guys, have a great one, and I hope to see you on the next one.